everyone, welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remastered, JerganJaze. Last episode, I got my first bad ending, surprisingly. You would think, I've been told by, especially Asanu David, one of my commenters, he's told me that, I've avoided quite a few bad endings up until now, so it's kind of shocking that I haven't picked one until then. Up until this moment. That's why this is already highlighted green. It's because I've already gone down this route. So it was a funny little detour. I'm glad we went down it, and the whole Taiga Dojo thing was pretty funny. So I'm glad I got to experience that firsthand. Hopefully no more, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It was pretty comedic, and I don't know. It was still fun regardless, even though we did something wrong, quote unquote. So I'm glad the game kind of still gives you a good time, even with when you do mess up, and it's just okay, just go back and click the right decision now. Is all the consequences. Anyways, let's go on ahead and do that. So we're basically telling Illya, no, we're not going to be your servant. So I can't do that. I won't be your servant. I don't need to even think about it. And poop. Even I only have so much patience. Every single one of them is sure Saber's going to disappear. Saber won't disappear. I'm gonna fight with her until the end. I can't let this destroy the oath we made. Illya, I can't do what you're asking me to. I have Saber. As long as Saber's around, I'm gonna keep on fighting as a master. A soft gasp. For a second, her red eyes snapped open as if she'd just gone into rigor mortis. Oh, so you're going to betray me too, Shirou? Illya backs away. She looks down, but maintains her composure. Summon Berserker! Fine. If you're not going to listen to me, I'm not going to listen to you either. I've been letting you do whatever you want, but that ends now. Illya's voice is dripping with hostility now. There's something terrible lurking behind that malice. Wait right here. I'll be just a minute. Wait, what are you going to do, Illya? She's going to go impale you. It'll be a grand old time. Oh, nothing. I'm just going to go kill Saber. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. I'm just going to go kill Saber and Rin. Teehee. If I kill the two of them, that make you feel guilty, kind of guilty, right? What? Don't be ridiculous. Saber and Tohsaka have nothing to do with this. I mean, Saber has a lot to do with this. Tohsaka, not so much. I'm only saying I can't be with you for my own reasons. Which have to do with Saber. Oh, really? Well, I'm still killing them. Once that's over, it'll be your turn. If you won't be mine, you're useless to me. I hear Illya's footsteps moving off. Illya's serious. He really means to go kill Saber and Tohsaka. Stop, Illya! Saber and Tohsaka have nothing to do with this. I'm the one you captured, so if you're gonna hate someone, just hate me. You don't need to kill them. I mean, even if you accepted, she would, in the choice, just because I literally already made the other choice, she was like, yep, let's go out and kill them, kind of a thing. Still, even in that alternate reality. I have a reason. I can't leave any other master alive. Isn't that how Holy Grail wars work? That is also very true. She would need to get kill them anyway. You dummy! Don't talk about killing people like it's so easy. You shouldn't ever do that. You're a kid. You're also technically a kid too, Shirou. You're not a legal adult yet. You shouldn't even be thinking about this kind of thing. Neither should you, Shirou. You're, again, technically a teen. Or kid. You're both adolescents. Illya stares at me in disbelief. Too late. I've already killed a master, brother. Oh. Oh. Well, I mean, that's one less person we have to kill. Yesterday, though, I thought you were gonna take care of him, so I didn't expect to do it. Oh! Oh, she killed Shinji. I was kind of hoping he was still alive. Just for the sake so that when I had to get Saber to kill somebody, she could kill and replenish her magical energy off of him. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen quite that way, so... In that instant, I surprisingly understand exactly what she's talking about. Illya was in the building last night, which means she must have seen the Master running for his life as the perfect prey. Illya, you didn't... Yes, I did, Teehee. Sorry, I only did it because you didn't. I don't actually like taking other people's stuff. She doesn't sound guilty at all. Oh, so she feels like she took away our toy, basically. It probably meant nothing to her. Yeah. ... It makes me realize something. I've probably known this since the moment we first met. She really doesn't know the difference between good and evil. I mean, I'm sure to some degree. I mean, most humans do unless they're, mentally ill. So, I mean, I guess so. She could be very mentally ill. Which, granted, most children I don't think are kind of like, Teehee, go stab, stab, stab. War, yay! The innocent laugh is just as much Illya as the merciless laugh I hear now. It's not that Illya has a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. She just has two devils. Illya, however, angelic she may look, is a devil. Well, I'm off. When I get back, it'll be your turn, so do your best to escape, hee hee. Then again, a little bird in captivity will remain in captivity because it can't escape. Knowing you won't be able to escape this little cage. Whee! Off to murder people. Fun. Illya leaves. She's absolutely right, of course. She knows nothing of threats or tactics, so she just says what's true. But I can't stay here forever. I need to escape and meet up with Saber before Illya can attack her. I shake myself trying to loosen the ropes around my wrists. Maybe she really doesn't think I can escape. There's no one else here. If I'm not being watched, even I can manage to get out of some ropes, but... May need to break a thumb or two, buddy. Dang! I still can't! My body just won't listen to me. My limbs move, but they're heavy as lead, and just trying to move at all is exhausting. Illya knew I couldn't escape because of this. I can't move like this. Oh, that was just my thoughts. Even if I get out of the rope, I won't be able to escape the room if I can hardly move. My whole body feels not because I'm heavy, not because I'm tired. Yeah, I haven't been able to move since I looked into Illya's eyes. Put you in a trance. They must be mystic eyes. I hear truly superior mages can perform some sort of magecraft just by making eye contact with their target. Huh. I wonder if it's like, the way, granted, I don't know a lot about Hunter x Hunter and Nin, but I do know, like, with Nin, you can set specific circumstances up to be applied for said Nin, like, ahead of time, and it also makes the more specific you get, the more powerful the said Nin or magic becomes. I wonder if it's similar in this case, like, she already, once actually, I don't know, because her just looking at someone, I don't think, should do that naturally, like, to everybody that she comes in contact with, so could be more on command. Eyes are how we take in visual information, and so are susceptible to suggestion and spells. And that is why most mages employ some sort of protection on their eyes to block out other mages' magecraft. Tohsaka would be mad if she found out all it took to paralyze me was a suggestion, not even a spell. Well, at least that was from Mystic Eyes, learned through magecraft. Some monsters are born with Mystic Eyes and don't even need to lock eyes with their target. I hear all they need to do is look to use whatever ability they have, but it's also extremely rare for people to have powers like that. And, luckily, Illya's Mystic Eyes aren't unique or special, they're just the means of sending magical energy at a target. And that means there has to be a way to dispel the effect. Illya's magical energy is invading my nerves, preventing me from moving. Does that mean, maybe if you just, like, turn the switch back on for your circuit, it would, well, that seems almost too simple, but the way that she said it was like, we're in such a simple trap that even, like, maybe a little bird could get out. So maybe it really is just as simple as like flipping the switch and activating our magic circuit. If I can get rid of that magical energy, that should fix my paralysis. It's simple. If there's a buildup of mud, then all I have to do is flush it out and clean it out. Yeah, the whole flushing out idea. Like, you're just filling up your own body with your own magic. I close my eyes and focus inward on my own body. I may not have the skill to detect and remove foreign magical energy that's invaded my body, but I don't need anything like that, so long as I'm dealing with magical energy that hasn't become a curse and taken root in my body. If Illya's magical energy is lingering, stagnant in my body, I just need a strong flow of magical energy through my body to flush it out. Sorry, it's crude, but it's all I can do. Hey, if it gets you out of this situation, I don't think it matters how crude or whatever it is. I apologize to my body for what I'm about to put it through. Oh, that's who you're saying sorry to. I thought you were like, sorry Tohsaka, I'm a terrible student or something. All I have to do is focus on my daily routine. The ritual where I force a foreign nerve down my spine. No, not anymore. I don't need to build it from scratch anymore. Now all I have to do is flip the switch in my head. Instead of creating a magic circuit in my body, I just have to switch my nerves into a magic circuit. Trace, on. I murmur the spell to focus myself. You don't use spells to change the world around you. They're to be used on yourself to empower you to change the world. For mages, they're a way to initiate a kind of self-transformation. Is that how? No, because like strengthening is a contradiction to that. Because strengthening, you're literally changing the world around you. I mean, do you have to do something inward first? Sure, but the ultimate product is still outward. Spells are the first, most basic magecraft used to create a mystic just for you, a command that will only work on you. Basic structure analysis. My blood flow accelerates. Power builds in my blood. My body is becoming a machine for circulating magical energy. Probably thanks to the gem Tohsaka made me swallow. Normally this would take me at least an hour. Now I'm able to do it almost instantly. Hey, I mean, that's an improvement. Composition, analysis. I don't even need to flip the switch at this rate. I can just let the magical energy circulate and let my hands go. Actually, I say flip the switch, but I still haven't found the switch to begin with. Heat rushes into me. Are you drinking again, Shirou? I try to get control over my pounding heart and my hands slip from the bucking reins. Gah! Blood spurts from my mouth. Oh! Hopefully that was the bad magical energy coming out. I must have opened a vein or torn something inside myself. I channel enough magical energy to flush out the mud that had invaded me, so it's no wonder I'm throwing up blood. Luckily, I don't feel any pain. I don't know if you not feeling pain is a good thing. Sometimes pain's like a good indicator, you know? It tells you what something's wrong. Maybe I'm not in pain because of that self-healing thing I have. That's plausible. It's an abnormality of my body that I still don't understand, but I'm delighted to have it at a time like this. The ability to heal any non-fatal wound is my biggest and only strength right now. I mean, you have some good physical stamina and strength. Now, your ability to use said stamina and strength is to be debated, but you still do have it. I do need to be careful not to rely on it too much, though. Since I still have no idea how it works, relying on it too much risks losing it all. So I can't rely on miracles I don't understand. Okay, now there's just the rope. I undo the rope. My wrists were bruised, but I wasn't bound tightly enough to cut off circulation. I don't think Illya tied me up, but I was just bound very tightly. Okay, so it's just kind of wrapped around rather than a knot. Besides, I doubt it was Illya who carried me in here anyway. Yeah. Who here, other than Illya, might not be all that strong? Berserker. What do you mean it wasn't Berserker? How do you know? Berserker could be a gentle soul. It definitely wasn't Berserker. If he'd tied me up, he'd have snapped my hands right off. Berserker's just like a big teddy bear in actuality. None of that malice and smoke and everything that's coming off of him is for any kind of evil intent. I rise to my feet as I try to crack a joke. Ouch! Oh, I didn't take that as a joke. Wasn't all that funny. I can control my body, but I've pushed it too far. While I may not be injured, magical energy is raging through my body. Just moving around is likely to tear my insides up. It's probably the pain. Dizziness and nausea rack my entire body, and I have no feeling at the ends of my arms and legs. I'm not going to get home before Illya gets back. Not like this. Why am I being such a coward? I don't have time for that kind of thinking. I slap my cheeks and start walking. I think it may just be, I don't know if it's Asian culture in general or a Japanese cultural thing, but, you know, at least for me, the culture that I grew up in, we don't really, like, back ourselves to, like, psych ourselves up or anything like that. Usually, we would say such a thing as just, you know, self-harm, but granted, I guess most times when people are hitting themselves, it is for the intention of self-harm, not for the intention of let's go, hype time kind of a thing. But I noticed that in a lot of like anime, that's something characters do. So I don't know if that's true of or reflective of the culture as well. What? As soon as I lean against the wall and start forward toward the door, I hear something on the other side of the wall. Footsteps. More than one set of footsteps. People are approaching my door and talking. They stop right in front of my door. Someone's on patrol? I should definitely yell this. Dang, and at the worst possible moment, there's no time to hide. I need to... I just have to fight. The moment the door opens, I make the first move. I'm in no state to fight. I'll sit in the chair and pretend I'm tied up. What about that bed over there? Oh, like hiding? I feel like if we hide, like go under the bed or something, they're just gonna start looking for us. Like they're gonna see that the window's not open or anything. I feel like the hiding in plain sight might be the best move. I don't think we're really capable of fighting. So let's just pretend I'm tied up. This could also be a terrible choice, but I think it's in my head, in theory, it's the one with the most best chance, I should say, of success. There's no time for me to hesitate. I can't possibly fight like this, so I need to be careful until I'm recovered. There. I put my wrist together to make it look like I'm tied up. What about the rope? Is it just like dangling off to the side, or what are you gonna do about it? Gah. The door opens. Could it be Illya or someone else from the castle? I just need to remain sitting here looking like I'm bound up, right? Right up to the very last moment when the person comes into the room and... Oh! Okay, well, I mean, that works out. I was thinking it was going to be the two mates that walked in. Or one of them plus Berserker. Oh, you are right, Shirou. ... My eyes widen. For a moment, I genuinely think I'm just hallucinating out of sheer desperate hope. I see you are tied up. I will untie you, so please stay. He just stands up. Oh, the ropes are loose. Just stands. I bring my hands out front. I do not understand. Were you held captive here? Well, I kind of got free, and then I heard someone coming as I was trying to get away, so I pretended to still be tied up. Now she's gonna complain and be like, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. I see. You were trying... Oh, she's actually impressed. You were trying to trick your enemy into lowering their guard to give yourself the best possible chance of escape. Saber looks impressed. I am not going to tell her that I hadn't managed to think any farther than that. By the way, you're Saber, right? You're not some illusion, you're the real Saber? Yeah, I don't think anyone else looks like her. I stand up and touch Saber. Just the caress on the teeth, nothing inappropriate. Oh, Shirou, stop. Please stop. If you touch me like that... Yep, you're real. But how did you get here? She walked. Why? I should hardly need to tell you. Servants need not explain their need to protect their masters. It is my duty to come to your aid knowing you have been captured. How did they know I got captured? I mean, I guess me just not returning. Well, but how did you know I got captured? Or actually, why are you here, Saber? This is Illya's hideout. You shouldn't be coming anywhere near here right now. I should be asking you. What were you thinking? Can we have this conversation where we're not, in the enemy's home? I have repeatedly told you to never go out alone, but you allowed Illya to capture you, easily at that, and bring you here? You have failed as a master. I insist you make an apology for this. I know I was careless, but seriously, why are you here? You can barely move. So what were you thinking coming to Illya's stronghold in this state? I could ask the same of you. Servants protect their masters. It does not matter where you were taken, even Illya's stronghold. ... Saber is blunt as ever. I mean, do you want her to not be? I'd prefer she be. She's exactly as she's always been. This isn't the weak, slumbering Saber from last night. Shirou, why have you clammed up? I knew it. You were injured in your captivity. No, he's just nervous. No, that's not it. Don't worry about me. I'm just glad to see you doing better. I'm genuinely relieved. I'm surprised to see Saber here, but I'm much happier to see that she's herself. I know it's selfish of me to think this way, but I think this is how Saber should be. Sorry, Saber. I don't fully understand, but you came to rescue me, right? She blushing? Oh, yes. It is a servant's duty to rescue her master. I'm wondering where Tohsaka and Archer are. Thanks. I'm really glad you came. What a relief. Everything sorted itself out. Now we just need to get out of here with Saber. Yep, Tohsaka too. That's kind of what I was thinking. Is Archer nearby them too? Wait a minute. Is that Tohsaka? Tohsaka? Are you real? And are you really right here? Yes, dude. Why are you even questioning that? If Saber can walk over here, then so can Rin. You look better than I thought you would. Maybe I didn't need to come. That's what I had said, Rin. I told you just to leave Shirou and Mia be. All he does is cause trouble for everyone around him, then somehow survive himself. This would have been a perfect opportunity to just let him die on his own. Just leave him to die on his own. Thank you for those comforting words, Archer. Really meant a lot. Really felt it in the heart that we're true homies with words like those. Please, Archer, hold your tongue. I asked for your help, yes, but that does not give you the right to insult Shirou. Oh yeah, we've not really seen them interact ever since Saber ran her blade through him. You talk now that your master's safe. First the master, then the servant. They don't have an ounce of gratitude for their own allies. Well, we're gonna end up fighting eventually. It's probably best not to have too much in the way of fond feelings. You're like, the more hatred I can pent up now, the better. ... He must have hit a nerve as Saber grows silent. This guy, he's not just unfriendly to me. They treat Saber the same way. Enough. I hope you haven't forgotten the situation we're all in right now, Archer. We don't have time for bickering. We need to get out of here before Illya comes back. Huh? Wait a minute. You came here knowing this is where Illya lives? And actually, Illya left saying she was going to kill Tohsaka and Saber. That means Illya and Tohsaka passed each other. It's a mansion. I mean, I would think it'd be different routes to get to the same place. That's a relief. I think Illya's heading to my place right now. If you guys hadn't come here, you would have had to fight her there. Yeah, looks that way. I did see Illya and Berserker head outside, though I must admit that if they hadn't left, we wouldn't have been able to sneak in here in the first place. I get it. Saber and Tohsaka only managed to pull something so bold off because they saw Illya leave. She's bold as ever, but this time, that brazenness worked to our advantage. I'm impressed. Who sang this, Tohsaka? We'll talk later. I braced myself knowing that this was the Eisenburn's hideout, but it would be much better if we could avoid confronting any of them at all. And Saber's in no state to go up against Berserker right now. Well, we'll just send Archer. Tohsaka gestures for me and Saber to separate. Tohsaka, what do you mean Saber's in no state? What do you mean? You were just talking about how she shouldn't be up and about or even much less fighting. She's got her color back and she's acting like herself. That doesn't mean that she has the same level of magical energy. You should really know better than to be so blindly optimistic. Saber hasn't recovered at all. Can't you see that she's barely able to stand? Rin, you promised to keep that to yourself. Sorry. I need to go back on my word. Keeping quiet won't help anyone, and this isn't a secret we can keep forever. Yeah, I probably, as soon as we got home, I would have asked, why are you crumpled up into a ball, Saber? And then would have had the same exact conversation. That may be true, but she sounds so pained. And now I see nothing has changed about her situation. Saber, is Tohsaka telling the truth? Yes, dummy. Yes, Rin is correct. It is embarrassing to admit, but I am in no position to fight as a Saber right now. At best, I can be your shield. Ah, so you're just a meat shield like I was for you. How fun! Isn't it so fun just throwing yourself in front of people as they're about to encounter a deadly blow? I love it. I figured as much. She's too weak to even armor herself up, but she insisted she come with us. She probably figured she'd defend her master even she couldn't really fight. What? She's so weak she can't even arm herself? She was willing to become my shield since she couldn't fight? What kind of absurd nonsense is she saying? I am sorry, Shirou. I know I'm useless as a servant in my current state, but I can at least be your shield. I know this is not ideal for you, but it is the only... Oh, come on. Why does Saber never think about herself? Why is she only ever worried about everyone else? That... I know they deliberately gave, like, Saber very similar ideology and kind of mindset to Shirou, but it is kind of like him looking at a mirror and the same criticisms that everybody else around him is giving to him, he is then also giving to Saber, which is really funny, or ironic is a better word. To heck with that, of course I'm not happy. Tohsaka, why did you bring Saber? She came of her own volition. Don't you realize Saber needs more help than me right now? What? I tried to stop her. Saber refused to listen, and we wouldn't have been able to pinpoint where you were without her in the first place. I know it was risky, but we needed Saber. But you still... I want to tell her she shouldn't have brought Saber, but I stopped myself. I have no business criticizing. I was trying to find... I don't know where I put my fidget spinner last, but it's not sitting right in front of me at my desk. I've been instead toying with... I have like one of those keyboard cleaners. I've just been kind of brushing it back and forth across my hand. This is only happening because I went and got captured. Tohsaka and Saber were just doing what they thought was right. Yeah, basically. They shot their arrow, and they followed through. Enough squabbling. Just leave it alone for now, Rin. Masters are sensitive to any changes in their homes, so we don't have time to explain every detail just now. That's kind of what I brought up a long time ago when Saber first walked into this room, so can we leave? You're right. Ilyasville must be surprised we're gone, so she's probably coming back real quick. Fine, let's talk later. Right now our priority is getting out of this castle. Are you okay with that, Shirou? She says while already like walking down the hall. Are you okay with that? Shirou, we should. Yeah, but Saber is as bad as she was last night. It'll be hard for her to even walk right now. I don't want to push Saber any harder than I have already. Hey, you can carry her back like you did the other day. Honestly, you all underestimate me. Saber? Even low on magical energy, I can still fight better than Shirou. If anything, I am more concerned about Shirou disappearing. Rin may not have noticed, but your magical energy is disordered, is it not? Huh? Well, this is nothing. I can manage. What do you mean by disordered? I'm totally fine. Really. I was just stuck in a hypnotic trance that I just snapped myself out of like 20 minutes ago. We are in the same state, you and I. I may be slightly uncomfortable, but it is not unbearable. This may all be difficult to accept given how quickly it has happened, but let us follow Rin for now. We can discuss this further once we have returned home. Please! Please do that. Saber encourages me to go. ... I give up. She looks so serious, so determined that I can't worry anymore. Are you gonna like be like, no, you can't walk back home? Stay here, die here. What would you have won from that argument? You're right. There are tons of things I want to talk about, but they can wait until we all get home safely. I want to ask about Saber's condition, and I want to thank her for coming to rescue me. But now isn't the time to ask her about the dream I had. Oh, yeah. I guess he really didn't get a chance to talk with her about that since she was in bed. Okay, let's go, Saber. I nod and get moving as best I can. Every step is a supreme effort, but this isn't the time for whining. Even weakened as she is, Saber came all the way here. I will say, I really like that both of them are like weakened to the extent that they are, because I think as a result they are getting a really intimate understanding for each other's struggle, and they're like, oh, if you can do it, I can do it, and vice versa. Whoa, my power's flickering on and off. Yeah, so the power in my room started flickering. Luckily it doesn't look like it destroyed the recording as far as I can tell at the moment. I may be wrong and may have to record all of this over again, but just wanted to say bye.